And the bad weather has drawn up questions about the best party in the Caribbean. Is the show still on? Well, the St. Lucia Tourist Board says, come rain or shine, some of the biggest names in music will take the stage at Pigeon Island in this, the 21st edition of St. Lucia Jazz. The inclement weather has brought along challenges for the St. Lucia Tourist Board as officials rework plans for the staging of one of the most anticipated St. Lucia Jazz shows. The grounds at Pigeon Island are layered with mud pools, and there are real concerns that the constant traversing of heavy-duty trucks carrying production material and equipment is causing damage to the historical park. But most importantly is the effect on patrons. While the rain may not deter, there is the question of parking. The areas usually utilized are waterlogged. The Deputy Director at the St. Lucia Tourist Board, Tracy Warner-Arnold, says a park and ride system is being finalized and will be announced in time for Friday evening's Reggae Blast show. Contingency plans for the grounds are also in the works.
We have started sort of, filling the areas that are troublesome with gravel and bringing in the plywood and so on in certain areas that are difficult with mud to just make sure we keep it to a minimum. We've been managing it as we go along, but the venue is pretty much fully set up in terms of all major infrastructure. We were lucky we had started quite a bit before the rain, so we were in advance of the rain. So it has slowed us down, I will say that it definitely has, but we're still making progress, and for us, the show is rain or shine.
The SLTB official is, however, optimistic about the weather, with hopes for sunshine Friday. Mrs. Warner-Arnold stresses that organizers will do all possible to minimize discomfort to patrons, but has asked that they bear in mind the conditions when coming to the Pigeon Island.
There aren't any other optional venues. You can't take a 2-week setup and move it in a day. So the show will go on at Pigeon Island. I mean, all of the electricals are well covered in the setup and so on. So the stage is fully covered, and so generally, I mean, it depends on, the extreme level of rain that falls. We would cut something short or delay depending on. But generally, the stage is fully covered for protection of the artists. Come a little bit prepared, knowing what you're coming for. We're hoping for sun tomorrow, so that at least, a little bit of dry ground area. But tomorrow night is a stand-up kind of event anyway. So I would just advise people to come prepared for a little bit of inclement weather, but the show will go on, and we're hoping for the best. We'll inform of park and ride, and we're managing all the areas, so there will not be mud and there will not be waterlogged areas and so on to contend with at the venue.
St. Lucia Jazz came under dark pouring clouds during its 15th edition in 2004. After heavy rains the Friday and Saturday, the Sunday show, headlined by Babyface, was cancelled as a result.